Sophia Loren win an Academy Award. Walter Cronkite begins his anchoring at the CBS Evening News. And Willie Mays hits 4 home runs in a single game. But the big news was, again, the Mitchell College Fund. They're going to raise $375,000. Now today, Harry can spend an afternoon on the phone and raise that much. But back then, that was a lot of money. And they had big plans for that, for you guys. They had plans for a new student union. The architect is a little off there. They're still planning to convert the Deaton apartments to dormitories. And then you run into this thing. You know, I had all this confidence in you guys, and then I read this article. Can y'all see that in the back?
No.
That's the other Mitchell.
5 young Mitchell College students are shooting for a record of sorts. The youth are playing continuously an old 78 rendition of Old River by Walter Brennan. This comes from New London, Connecticut. The student said Tuesday night that the Brennan record had been played 350 times and was still going strong.
In one old muley called Midnight.
Good old Brennan.
He used to plow them roads like straight and deep. And I'd come along there behind.
How'd you like to listen to that 350 times? Y'all know this guy, don't you? Grandpappy Amos and the girls and the boys and family known as the real
The shore is high and that mule wood.
Said I hit the
Rivers
here.
finally say, whoa.
Is any of the 5 here that was involved in that?
Yeah, I'm sure you wouldn't confess to it.
I'm gonna climb that mountain. I walk up there
There's the chorus.
among them
He's
clouds.
nailing it.
Where the cotton's high and the corns are growing. And there ain't no fields to plow.
So that kind of shows you the diversity, the cultural diversity of your class. And yes, so any of those 6 in the room tonight? You probably are, aren't you? You probably you guys who are looking down, you probably the ones who.
They must have gotten the Guinness Book of Records for that.
I think it must have. Then in May of '62, AFL-CIO starts a campaign for the 35-hour work week. We know how that went over, don't we? Roger Maris walks 5 times. Tell It to Groucho airs for the last time. But the real news was the May Queen. May Mitchell, Joe Woody, and Mary Beanie. And we got this guy, Rock. Any of y'all remember Rock Curley? He was just a kid, but he gave his 10 cents of his allowance, the only money he had, to Mitchell College.
I taught him at school.
Did you really? Rock Curley.
You taught him to give, didn't you?
He had,
to give.
he was a young kid who had faith in you guys.
How many years did he go to class?
The Middle Forest Stars, the play. Y'all remember that play?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you went to the play, good. Y'all, is that part of that cast? Anybody recognize those guys?
Yeah.
Any of them here?
Oliver and that's
Guy on the left,
Mark
guy on the left is Tommy Kaiser.
Lydia Quall.
That ain't Andy Ham's on
I listened to him sing.
Is that Court on the end, or is that you, Barry?
No, that's Mark Johnson.
Mark Johnson?
Another shot.
Boy.
Andy's on
Any of those guys here? Any of those gals here? Is this Court?
Yeah.
Oh, really? I have seen him back there. And of course, top about the May Day festivities, here we are, the Maiden Queen in her court. Any of these other ladies here, Diana Richard, Elaine Brown, Linda McCoy. There they are in their Easter bonnets and they're bell and dress, look like they're ready for a hoedown. We won't say it's a hoedown. And then when you thought the world was safe for men and women and children, the politicians come out. It was election week at Mitchell College. Here we have the guys who are running, and I can't read this kind of word. I can't read the name.
Matt Sherrill, he's here.
Matt?
Matt Warren.
Matt, and,
He's on the left.
there you've got the politicians. Yes.
There's the actual.
There's the actual newspaper article over here. Yeah, you'll be able to read that. They plastered their propaganda, Kennedy for president or whatever, all around the place. They talked about hope and change, I'm sure.
Hope and change.
Did they deliver on it?
No.
Did they not? There they are. That's the news, the old and the new. Looks like Chuck,
That's Ronnie Whittington.
Joe Woody, Ronnie Whittington.
Bill Clinton.
Yeah, Joe Clinton.
Ronnie
Yeah.
was here last year.
That's a little, not very good picture. Those are the junior martyrs. They weren't quite that dark. And then we get up on into May, and 42 graduates got medals. Medals? Y'all got medals for graduating? Some of y'all did. In 1974, they didn't have any medals. But this was 81 diplomas and certificates were presented. Superintendent Philip Weaver was the guest speaker. There they are, going out to the world. And the local, things got interesting. Superintendent Weaver, for you, those of you in the class of 62, Superintendent Weaver challenged you to get on with the business of making this a better world. We're going to come back to that. See how that worked out here in just a few minutes. That was your challenge. And the local people, the guys from Statesville and the girls from Statesville, they got their pictures to paint. The rest of y'all didn't. 31 people from Statesville graduated. The rest of y'all didn't matter. And those, some of them were on the second page. They didn't really matter. They just thought, all right, 1962, you're over the summer now. Over the summer, you guys were probably summer school. We had a lot of nuclear tests going on. Tony Bennett was singing at Carnegie Hall. The Rolling Stones performed for the first time as the Rolling Stones. Martin Luther King and 160 others were jailed in a demonstration in Georgia. Ringo Starr was playing drums for the Beatles finally. And Peter, Paul, and Mary had their first hit, If I Had a Hammer. But the real news was Miss Knox and her sister, Miss Noe, were going to Mexico for summer school. Any of y'all have Miss Knox? I remember Miss Knox, I remember Miss Noe. They were going, they were to stop for a wedding, of course, and have their mint juleps along the way. They love their mint juleps. Mr. Montgomery had a very controversial article in the newspaper stating that he was opposed to Mitchell College joining the community college system. That's pretty much the way it stayed for about 10 years. And finally, things happened and the college joined the community college system. Ready for a new term, opening the doors, getting ready to open doors to a new bunch of freshmen there. Kay Abel, Elizabeth Loring, Susan Day, Mac Sherrill.
On the right.
Then in September, school's back in session. Class of 62, you're gone, you're out in the world, saving the world. Class of 63, class of 63, you're getting ready for your last year at Mitchell. Bob Dylan is playing at Carnegie Hall. ABC has their first color TV series, The Jetsons. I didn't know that until I did this. Roy Rogers and Dale Evans debuted. Beverly Hillbillies came out. That was one of my favorites. And JFK routes 3,000 troops to Mississippi. But the big news was Mitchell had personalized notebooks that you could buy at the medical center pharmacy for $1.19. Plus they would give you a free 25-cent pack of paper to go in there. Y'all remember that? You still have yours? New people in Mitchell staff, Henry Freeze and Albert Bickley and James Kinney were teaching part-time there. Then in October, Barbara Streisand signs her first recording contract. Johnny Carson joins the Tonight Show with Joan Crawford as his first guest. The Lucy Show starts. The Beatles come out with Lovely Do, and the Cuban Missile Crisis continues with the blockade of Cuba. But the real big news was Senator John Tower. Here's a senator who came and spoke to you guys